Okay. Shalom, everybody. Here I have been a little bit busy with with family matters. So that, and that is how it have been going. Last time I was talking about some gravity. What is gravity? And I think that the element that was in the space before it was removed is making up the gravity. I don't think matter in itself makes up gravity. Maybe they can measure it because of the magnitude, and I think I have no answer. In fact, I have no answers per se on this, but it is the force of subtraction. Can we say that? The empty space that is left after the element is gone. Yeah. Um, it's a kind of a subtraction. Um, Let me see if I can change the attraction. It's a kind of attraction, force of attraction. It's not the attraction of a hot lady. It's not that, maybe that for you, but in my case, it's the lack of that person that is missing. So, what do we fill that space that is gone? If you miss a person, I talked about it some time back, and I think it's quite interesting. When you miss a person, you feel some kind of empty space. When some people dies, go away for a long time, or just went absent, it leaves an empty space, and I think the how the Kabbalist or is a kind of a scientific some science to it, but not in the words I'm going to use. That when God created the world and everything, they say among the Kabbalists that he removed himself. God removed himself from that space. God filled everything, and that was the singularity. Everything is, and we can begin from the singularity. Singularity is that we can't define. It is that element that we can't define, that it's the element of singularity. Maybe it's an electron, I don't know, but it's that element of singularity that when it left that space, that thing, that element, when that element vanished, because let us say that it was God, yes, so we can put it on something. If that element of singularity was God or is God, when when nothing else was existing but this singularity. What we see today is the the vast space that singularity was containing. It's quite intriguing to dwell on these thoughts. When God left that singularity, it departed. It divided, and now it's not anymore singularity in that understanding. It's something else. It's not that it's not part of that singularity. That singularity, when it's left that place, it created this space, planets, stars, and the universe. And we can see that every element, every matter, what kind of matter are we talking about? What's the matter with that? It's a kind of a space. If it was, it's so much to talk about, so I was thinking about a diamond, which is the density of the diamond is so high that it can cut glass and it can cut stone and big mountains, cut stone. And if the density of that diamond, it would create its own gravity because of the density of that stone. But it seemingly is not that I know. But I think the empty space that is in every matter is that kind of force, singularity, that is missing out. It is still a space with electrons and so on, but it's the kind of attraction, the kind of force of attraction. I think I was using that even last time. The force of attraction, the subtraction, or the thing, if the ball is that big, you can, I think it's subtract. You take out air and everything. I think you got it. That force that is trying to fill that vacuum is the gravity. And the singularity, when God went out of that realm, so to say, if the singularity, if you contained everything in one single element, that is a singularity. It can be electrons, only photons, but we never know. If we take one electron and smashed it, it left itself. I don't know how that is possible. But it's that kind of force I'm talking about that makes up the gravity. Gravity from within that space, and gravity is that force of attraction to that middle point that is holding every element together. You can make a glass, you have this earth globe that is holding itself together. It's not vaporized in thin air or in big space. It's a globe. It have its own gravity. The globe have its own gravity, and you can measure. I think the measurement of weight will differ between some places on the Earth and not. And I'm not into that kind of. Maybe the gravity field. They are talking about a field of gravity, that it can change some places or some other places. It can be higher, it can be lower. So that's a science of itself. That why do we have a globe that we think that the size of that globe is the the gravity is according to the size of the globe. I don't know. It depends. It depends, and I don't know whether it depends on that. How much matter it is contained in this world, or how big spatial abstraction it is in this earth. I don't know, but I am dwelling on this theory that maybe that it's not only the element, the matter in itself, it's the space around every matter that's making up the gravity. It's something mathematical. So my teacher didn't approve me on the maths. I know. That's why I go so far and to make some points that she or he may be thinking of. In any way, it's like that with the human condition. When something is feeling, I thought of that today, maybe people may be attracted to someone because he or she is that kind of, he or she represent some qualities. There's much to think about. Even a minor child gone missing. Look how the parents are searching for that child. It's the highest degree of void that this child is absent, gone away. Maybe he was killed or dead or was removed by some other people that wanted this child. Misuse it. It's a lot of child abuses today, and people should be more aware of the children, because it's kind of themselves they are punishing. If they punish the children, it's themselves. I have some experience of that, and you can go soft on the kids, but it's not bad to go soft, because the kids is the heart and soul of you. So even small children, some parents doesn't care, because they see them as some income. It's just a pet for business. How pity, how low, how the humanity become to regard human beings as pets or some organ donor. Who would be proud of that? Who would be selling their children's organs? I can understand when it's an accident and the organs are not failing, but the child or the person in hand is going to die. So why not remove those organs that can feel other people? We are talking about organs, and blood is somewhat kind of an organ. And when you are signing the papers about organ donation, it's nice because you give some other people the opportunity to live some days more, and it's a gift. As we see, life is a gift. Life is a great gift, deepest gift ever, from the singularity to you. It's a long way from the singularity to you. It's the deepest that God decided to depart in order to make you. That is the deepest love. Maybe he was too much of himself back then. He missed someone that could be more integrated in him. That we feel this togetherness with or in, not or, and in him. And to give donor, I think it started with some sacrifice. Some sacrifice that the Jewish, the blood was giving forgiveness of sin. So Jesus gave his blood for you. It's kind of a message in the Gospels that happened. I'm not into that, but it still stands. It stands by itself. I don't need to shout it out. God gave his... God. Or you can say Jesus gave his life just to save you, rescue you from yourself. Maybe God needed that kind of rescue too, because he wanted to give up that selfish attraction. It was not enough. Every man, every human that is too much within himself will feel, even a void there that he or she may not overcome, maybe not even repair, not even heal. So the singularity. Don't be singularity. Be in a conjunction with God, with other men, with other people, with other, even with nature. Be integrated in the nature. You are part of the nature. Be part of everything. So I think we need some music to that. Okay, that was nice. To give up that space, I think it's when it comes to it, you can't demand anyone to do it, but you do it willingly. You do it freely. If you want to give up donors, it's out of free will. So God gave up this space for us to go so deep, and I think it's good for the psyche too, to go so deep that we can see God in every part of the universe, even here, down to earth. It's a universe of itself. If you go to every matter, you will go into a kind of a minuscule universe that is never stopping. You can't stop it. Either it's far out there or in the deepest, smallest matter. You will find a universe there too, that you can't reach the end. It's something mind-boggling that everything may be imagination. Maybe I'm just someone in someone else's imagination. Maybe I am just a part of this God singularity. That it never bursted out to this, no. But it is His will that we are in His. So even if you are an atheist, it doesn't help. You are covered. You are covered. I don't care about atheists, leftists, and those simple-minded. In fact, we need those simple-minded people, because they remind of God's greatness. How great thou art. That is the song, how great thou art, and so on. And that is the burst of that realm. Maybe we are still in that singularity, and we need to come to grips with that we are not. We are here, of course, we see what we see, but it can only be just part of us. We are part of that big light that is God. We are part of God. I don't want to say something I can't defend, but it's a kind of a cheering thought that even how do you feel today, you can feel the vacuum, and everything you feel is about this spatial attraction force. That something is missing in your life, and that's good. I think it's profoundly good that you have these urges, this missing. When you miss a friend, you deeply feel it in your heart. When you miss some spiritual value, it's an empty space of that you miss. If you miss a car, maybe you have replaced. Car is an object. It's not an important thing. The importance of your life is the value of it. So to do good is the value of to just do good without any selfish, because everything for us is darkness. We can't see. In fact, we can't see. The what we see is just the impression that our eyes are getting. It can be distorted. It can be something else. We never know, because the eyes is designed to see what we see. It's adjusted. It's our sensory organs that are the way they are. We can never know for sure what it really is. We can see grass, we can see blue sky, we can see clouds, we can see houses, dogs and other people. But in fact, we never know how it really looks. Maybe we know, of course, but something with these eyes that we can't really grasp. And we have these limitations that is touching on what we can't know, because our eyes are designed, our organs are designed in order to take in this specter of light that we get, the specter of vibration. So if in a different realm, if we did see something that we never could see before, that for example X-ray, that we for a sudden moment we could see X-rays or ultraviolet beams. We could see it because we got the ability to see, but we can't see them as much as we can see. We can have filters, of course. We can have instruments, of course. Then we see it, but it is kind of this blindness that we have to make part of us. We are blind. We are only seeing the things we are seeing, and it should make us reflect on what life is all about. So, to end this is that we are limited. That's the end. Bye-bye. We are limited, and we have this gravity that we are maybe fighting against. We are trying to fill our empty space with this gravity inside us. So, as I said, lastly, the day that has passed, that we fill it with light. We fill the candles with light, with the empty space, with good deeds. I come to this conclusion that to be a blessing is kind of filling up that vacuum. To do good, to have some spiritual qualities like doing good, to say the truth. You are afraid of all those uncertain things, that you don't know what happens when you say the truth, but it will give you a satisfaction. You have to believe in the truth in order to say it. So my friends, I try to explain something of my thoughts about the singularity that departed and made gravity as a universal force that we are feeling all the day. Sometimes we have run so far that we only want to lay down because of the gravity have been taking over totally, and we need some rest, of course, and the gravity reminds us of that. And the gravity also reminds us of missing people, missing the Messiah. So when we gravitate to the void, we will see the Messiah coming in the sky.